If you've been watching this series, you know why pensioners sleep better than self-funded retirees. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to give yourself that same peace of mind, even if you don't have a pension. This is where we stop talking theory and start building your actual plan. We've covered the problem. Most retirees have all their money doing all the jobs. Income, growth, safety net, all at once. That creates stress. What's the solution? We separate income from growth. We build yourself a pension-like structure. And today, I'm going to walk you through the exact 5 steps to do it. Step 1 is your income floor number. This is the monthly income you need for non-negotiables, the bills that don't care if the market is up or down. Housing, mortgage or rent, property taxes, insurance, HOA fees, utilities, electricity, gas, water, internet, food, groceries, basic meals, healthcare, which are insurance premiums and regular prescriptions, transportation, which could be a car payment, insurance, gas and maintenance, and other basic insurances like life insurance or disability if you're still working part-time. What's not included? Travel, entertainment, gifts, charitable giving, the nice to haves that make life enjoyable but won't result in a shutoff notice if you skip them. Here's a real example. Let's meet Robert and Linda. Robert's 66, Linda's 64, both recently retired. Their monthly non-negotiables. Housing is $2,200, utilities are $400, food is $800, healthcare is $650, which is Medicare premiums and supplement plans. Transportation is $500, basic insurance is $200. Add it all up, that's $47.50 a month, every month. That's their income floor. Everything else, the trip to visit their daughter in Colorado, new furniture, helping their grandson with college, that's all discretionary. It's important, sure, but it's not baseline survival. Your number will be different. It might be higher if you're in an expensive area. It might be lower if your house is paid off, but the exercise is the same. Add up everything you absolutely have to pay, and that's your number. Now, step 2 is guaranteed income. You need to calculate your guaranteed income sources. For most people, this starts with Social Security. Robert and Linda's situation, Robert's going to delay until age 70. So instead of $2,400 a month at 66, he'll get $3,200 at 70. That's 8% per year growth, and it really adds up over the course of your lifetime. Linda's claiming at 67, which is her full retirement age, and she'll get $1,800 a month. Neither one has a pension. Robert worked in tech sales with a 401k. Linda worked part-time and then for a small business without a pension. Once both are claiming Social Security, it'll be $5,000 per month total. Robert's $3,200 plus Linda's $1,800. If you do have a pension, add it here. Maybe you work for a school district or a utility company. Maybe you got a union pension, maybe you work for the government. Add that monthly amount to Social Security. That's your total guaranteed income. Step 3 is identify the gap. Robert and Linda need $4,750 monthly. Eventually, they'll have $5,000 from Social Security, actually a $250 surplus. But here's the catch. Robert isn't claiming until 70. That's 4 years away. From ages 66 to 70, they only have Linda's $1,800 from Social Security. Their income floor need is still $4,750. That leaves a gap of $2,950, almost $3,000 a month for 4 years. It's critical to know this. It's not enough to know that Social Security will eventually cover your needs. You have to bridge the gap during those in-between years. If Robert and Linda don't have a plan for that $3,000 monthly gap, they're forced to withdraw from their portfolio. And if the market tanks in year 1, exactly when sequence of return risk is most dangerous, they could lock in losses and permanently damage their long-term security. So step 4 is fill the gap. This is where we recreate the pension structure. There's several ways to do this. The right choice depends on your situation, comfort level, and how much flexibility you want. Option A is guaranteed income tools. This is the most direct way. We use income annuities. I know some of you just cringed. Annuities, high fees, lock up my money. Some annuities are terrible, but a simple single premium immediate annuity, a SPIA, is actually straightforward for creating guaranteed income. Robert and Linda, they withdraw $200,000 from their investments. They purchase a SPIA that pays $29.50 a month for 4 years. This is a period certain. It pays for a set number of years, not for life. The result is, between ages 66 and 70, they get $1,800 a month from Linda's Social Security, plus $29.50 from the annuity. That's $4,750 each month, which is their income floor. It's fully covered. At 70, Robert's Social Security kicks in at $3,200. Linda's continues at $1,800, the annuity stops. Now they have $5,000 guaranteed monthly income. That's $250 more than their need, which is breathing room for discretionary spending. What's the beauty of all this? Well, the basic living expenses are covered for life without touching their investment portfolio for bills. The cognitive load drops dramatically. Another variation, the deferred income annuity, or DIA, think of it as buying a future pension. If you're worried about age 80, 85, facing higher healthcare costs, use part of that $200,000 to purchase a DIA that starts paying additional income at 80. It's pension-like income on a delayed basis. Yet another option, option B, would be a bond ladder. If handling $200,000 to an insurance company makes you uncomfortable, I get it. You can create your own income stream with a bond ladder or a CD ladder. Set aside $150,000 in short-term, high-quality bonds or CDs, structured so roughly $3,000 matures each month for 4 years. That gives you the income you need, and you can retain more control. The downside is it requires management. Bonds mature, you reinvest or spend down, you're monitoring rates, making sure the ladder is structured correctly. It adds to the cognitive load. The upside is flexibility. You have a medical emergency, you need to access capital, the money's yours. With an annuity, once purchased, that money's generally locked in. Then there's option C, which is a combination approach. And this is often the sweet spot, what I recommend when someone wants both security and flexibility. We use part of the money for bonds or CDs to cover the first couple of years, then layer in an annuity or a deferred income annuity for later years or lifetime income. So in Robert and Linda's example, they set aside $100,000 in 2-year bond ladder. It covers the first 2 years of the gap at $29.50 monthly, and it gives them flexibility, time to see how spending shakes out in real life versus on a spreadsheet. Get comfortable with retirement. Then they use another $100,000 for a deferred income annuity, starting at 68, which bridges to Robert's Social Security at 70. The result is immediate flexibility for 2 years, guaranteed income for the next 2, then full Social Security coverage from age 70 onward. It's a blend of control and certainty. And then step 5 is, what do you do with the rest? You invest the rest for growth. Here's where things get really interesting. Robert and Linda started with $1.5 million total. They used $200,000 for the SPIA. This leaves $1.3 million in the growth portfolio. Now here, the key is this $1.3 million is no longer responsible for day-to-day income. It's not their paycheck. It's not keeping the lights on. It's invested for long-term growth, discretionary spending, legacy, unexpected expenses, options down the road. The psychological separation is everything. If the market drops 15%, Robert isn't lying awake at night wondering if he can pay the mortgage. His mortgage is covered by the income floor. The growth portfolio can be down 15, 20, even 30% in a bad year. His basic standard of living doesn't change. That means they can invest this growth in portfolio more aggressively than they ever could if it were also their income source. They can ride out volatility. They can rebalance annually instead of constantly tinkering. They can make rational long-term decisions instead of emotional, fear-based ones. The typical structure is 70% stocks, 30% bonds. That's more aggressive than most 66-year-olds would be comfortable with if their entire retirement depended on that portfolio. But Robert and Linda's income doesn't depend on it. Their income floor is secure, so they can capture more long-term growth. Rebalance once a year, harvest tax losses when it makes sense, optimize withdrawals for tax efficiency, which we'll cover in the next video, because that's where the real money gets saved. The growth portfolio has one job: growth. It's not trying to be a paycheck, a safety net, and a legacy fund all at once. Just steady, intelligent growth over the long time horizon. So now it's your turn. Take 10 minutes this week. Calculate your monthly non-negotiables, add up your guaranteed income sources, identify your income gap. Drop a comment below if you were surprised by what you found. Do you have a gap? How big is it? You don't have to tell me in the comments, but maybe will tell me if we talk privately. I'll respond to every comment and let you know if you're on the right track. In the next video, I'm going to show you the psychological transformation that happens when you implement this framework, plus the tax optimization layer that most financial advisors completely miss. That's where the real money gets saved. Like we said before, we're talking potentially 6 figures over a 30-year retirement. So you don't want to miss this one. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.